The Italian F4 Championship continues its story in round number 6 of the season. Welcome to Barcelona and the second race of the weekend. Here's your grid then, and it is a grid which sees Olivieri start on pole position. He finds himself next to Brazil's Gabriel Gomez, who stalled on the grid yesterday. Kian Nakamura Berta, P3, Salim Hanna, P4. And then we find ourselves with Weldon and Maximilian Popov completing your top 6. Newman Shi is in 7th, and then it's Charles Andrea Dupé in P8. Lucas Amelista is in 9th, and then it's Emily Cotti. Great qualifying for her. The second qualifying year on Friday. She managed to get 10th, and in 11th there will be Cosma Christopher, then it's Alexander Ruta next to Alex Powell, and then we have Marcus Seta with Teo Schrupp and Alexander Bondrev behind. They are 15th and 16th on the grid. In 17th it is Dante Vinci next to Artem Sevayukin. Kabiranarag finds himself next to Bart Harrison, and then it is Jan Koller next to Andrea Kostik. They are 21st and 22nd, and then Andy Consani, the French driver, will go from 23rd next to Ludovico Busso, who starts in 24th place. Luca Visciano is in 25th next to Bada Al-Salati. He was trying to get a top 10 finish yesterday, unfortunately couldn't get there. David Wilder is next to Peyton Vescott, and then it is Kul Kutzkoff next to Guy Albach, who is in 30th position on the grid. 31st is Matilda Patz. 32nd it is Phil Collins Stranger. 33rd it's Andre Rodriguez next to Nathaniel Berenby. And then it is Cornelia Olkutska next to Elia Louis Wiz. They are 35th and 36th in the order as well. Fantastic grid here as per normal, and they will be the drivers who will be contesting this Italian F4 race. An Italian F4 race which has been delayed slightly. Not in terms of it not happening now. I mean in terms of the overall schedule today. It has been delayed. So we were supposed to be getting underway at 45 past 10. We are instead getting underway at 11:10 in the UK, this formation lap. So that is what's currently taking place. The race will start behind the safety car, I guess, is an important thing to mention as well. We've just had that come through, as you can see, in the race control messages. So, this race will be starting behind the safety car. Wonder whether it will be a rolling start. Because, of course, that is what we had in E4 when they went racing for the third race of the weekend. So, it's a start behind the safety car, and we'll wait for confirmation. But we are ticking down already, as we will usually be doing. The race is officially underway, with it starting behind the safety car. So that's a disappointment, but I guess it allows the cars and it allows the drivers to just get themselves all nice and prepared and gelled with the circuit. So time is ticking down already. We are underway for this race. And I'm sure it will be quite a fascinating start. So the safety car is deployed. We're basically going to safety car procedure. No visible rain. I can tell you that much for free. No visible rain has fallen in the past few hours. The whole schedule was delayed due to the fact it was raining earlier. But it is a circuit which I think is just greasy. So the race has already begun. This is our first lap as they navigate their way through. They are on the slick compound of tyres. And we are getting ready for what should be quite a fascinating race once we can get going. Depending on how many laps they'll get behind the safety car, that is a different story. They gave them, I believe it was 3 if I remember correctly, a week ago in E4. But now, in Italian F4, it is the nervy moment before everything takes place. And everything that does take place, always exciting in this championship as well. Just getting everything, a bit of live editing for you on air, just so we can get that in position. There we go. So, by the looks of things, we will be going for another lap behind the safety car. This is eating into our race, so we would usually have a formation lap. This is your first formation lap, but it's already ticking down in our 30-minute of racing that we were supposed to be having today. So the field navigate their way through. Olivieri, a huge opportunity for him. We were discussing about him a lot yesterday as well up here in the commentary box, because we were talking about some of the performances that he has had across this season and what he possibly could do heading forward. So he hasn't won a race, but he's been second and he's been third quite a few times. So he's been on the podium a couple of times, and I guess that will be the main thing which he'll want to try correct and change. I'm sure you'll want to avenge it and try and get a podium by the end of our contest. 27 minutes on the clock to go. The safety car will be in this lap. Confirmation of that has come in. And we will be preparing for the green flags to go out. But here we go. It's going to be quite a crazy race, I think, incoming. The drivers will need to be careful with the amount of grip that we get down at the start of the circuit. Maximilian Popov with a great opportunity today as well to get a good result. That is exactly what he will be searching for. Popov, who has been on the podium a few times, who's been contending at the front. So all opportunities are there for everyone to try capitalize. But here we go. Safety car's about to come in and we are about to go green flag racing in the Italian F4 Championship around Circuit di Barcelona, Catalunya. We will be ticking down all the time, so we've already lost very nearly 5 minutes of racing, I'm sure it will be. Just hearing on my ear that we possibly could have a few drivers on the wet, so that'll be interesting. Safety cars coming in. Of course, it will be a rolling start procedure. It is time for Italian F4 to go racing for round number 6 of the season. It is our second race of the weekend. Italian F4 puts the green flags out and we are underway for the race. It's a good start for Olivieri, who leads the field away, and he's got a good advantage there from Gabriel Gomez and Key Nakamura Berta. Your top three across the line as they weave down towards the first turn. And we have Weldon coming under threat there from Popov. The Premiers are wheel to wheel further back, and that'll be Shi next to Dupé. It's side by side between the two of them. Do they keep it clean? They very nearly did, but a bit of contact very nearly made, and they get away with it. They do manage to just about make their way through, so that is good stuff by them as well. In what was quite a fascinating start to the contest there, they still navigate their way through and hope to do so cleanly. It'll be interesting to see who is going to be on what tyre. Down to the braking zone we go. Cars absolutely everywhere, 0.6 of a second between our top two as they came over the line. But now, which tyres work? Which tyres fire up? Is there anyone who's gone a bit different with the strategy? I heard that there was a few drivers who possibly may have gone for those wet tyres just to go a bit different. Popov has got past Weldon. So Weldon's lost a place in the opening lap and up goes Maximilian Popov. The Van Amersfoort driver has been able to fight her way through. Weldon's fighting his way back through though to take the place. Popov won't want to give it up. It'll get tight. It'll get condensed down to the braking zone. A braking zone which saw so much overtaking yesterday. Alex Powell's trying to get past two cars as well. Popov is ahead of Weldon, so he was able to go the long way round. Cars absolutely everywhere. An aggressive opening lap, which we expected in the Italian F4 Championship. To the 14th and final corner we go on this circuit. That is lap 1 of green flag racing complete, and it is Olivieri who's got a gap, who's got the gap that he requires as the train follows in behind. Reuter's going to get a chance to make an overtake in the background as well. Here we go. Reuter on the attack, on the charge, trying to get past Dupé. Can he do so into the first turn? And Reuter couldn't get there. So it is single file stuff for the moment. Can they get through? Turn 3 was close. I think they condensed up a bit. And Weldon off the road. Finding out how wet offline really is. I think it is fair to say. As we see some dive bombs being made. There we go. The number 21 of Teo Schropp was getting aggressive. Not the only one. Alex Powell trying to find a way by. He's having a dart up the inside in the number 41. Can't get there though. It's a very aggressive opening few minutes of the race then. So it'll be interesting to see how this one is going to play out. But as of yet, it is a race that is led by Olivieri. But Gabriel Gomez looking to try and close in the gap. Into braking zone we go. Into prime overtaking braking zone. Which everyone's looking for dive bombs. People are going to be going for dive bombs. Wait for the whole pack to come. I'm talking about the aggressive pack. In the mid pack. Who are absolutely going for it. So, let's see the gaps this time around. Oh, is that a moment? Is that a moment? Slowing down. Olivieri comes across the line and is in third. There's surely been a mistake for Olivieri. Your new race leader is the man who stalled on the grid yesterday, Gabriel Gomez. And our championship leader, Key Nakamura Roberta, up to second place. But what has happened to Emmanuel Olivieri? There's been a moment. He's gone from first down to third. And that is such a disappointment for him. He was looking to try and charge down towards what would be a first victory of his campaign. But the opportunity is going to fade away. We'll see if there's any replays that we could possibly get of what happened there. Now we saw Freddie Slater go off wide, and he very nearly lost second place. But he was just able to control things. I wonder whether there's been something similar as to that. That possibly may have changed stuff up. But what happened to Emmanuel Olivieri, who has now lost the race lead on the circuit, and it belongs to Gabriel Gomez. Surely must have been wide at the final corner. That's the only thing I can imagine that could have gone wrong for him. And now your new battle is between Gabriel Gomez and Key Nakamura Roberta. Your two drivers who find themselves at the top of our championship. Not really a championship battle, I can definitely tell you that much. But it's going to be interesting to see. Over the line. K&B getting the toe from Gomez, but won't be close enough for a move into T1. Fantastic stuff as they continue to fight their way by. Here we go. Overtakes. Battling further back. And that is the defense coming in from Andrea Charles Dupé. Really trying to do his best at the moment. Into turn 4. 19 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. Remain, of course, then we add on a lap beyond that point. So if you weren't with us yesterday we had a race in Italian F4, which started out quite calm, and then we moved over to Carnage. Oh, off the road we go. Is that with Cornelia Olkutska, I wonder, who has gone off? I think that was Olkutska who is stopped on the circuit, so I wonder what's happened there. Not the only bits of battling that go on. Getting tighter still between the field. Oh, it was a spin in the background. A dramatic spin. Momentarily stalling the car. I think she's been able to find gear and continue, because our board are suggesting that the green flags are back out. Looking at our driver tracker, looks like she is continuing as well at the moment. So all should be okay. That is at least what we hope. For Cornelia Kutsko, who's one of those drivers who has got those wet compound of tyres on the car. Into turn 1 we go. Maximilian Popov looking to go for a move. Popov there trying to overtake Salim Hanna. Salim Hanna, who's had a few rounds in the British F4 Championship, including a win on the British Grand Prix weekend. How special to win at this young age at a British Grand Prix weekend, and not just once. He enjoyed it so much on the Saturday afternoon that he had to go do it on Grand Prix Sunday as well. What a great day it was. What a great weekend it was for Salim Hanna, who fought with the contenders of Theo McLaughlin and other drivers as well, who are some of your top figures in the British F4 Championship. You would have been able to catch British F4 this weekend through our British Touring Car coverage here on JBMotorsports 2. Of course, everything's been live on JBMotorsports 2. We will be live for most of the day, though, for the remainder of the day, on the main channel as well. So Formula 1 should be on the main channel once the lights go out, I think it will be. So it's one of the weird scenarios where we don't get all of the F1 race, but a lot of it can still be on there. Okay. Cross the line. Make our way down towards turn 1. And Key Nakamura Roberto is going to look aggressive. I'm sure up against Gomez. Could be quite an interesting fight between the two of them. Meanwhile, further back, the battling also continues. Popov can't get there. On what is a slightly different weekend for Italian F4. They had their qualifying on Saturday morning compared to the Friday evening that they're used to. And then they have one race on Saturday and 2 on Sunday, which they're used to the opposite, usually. So that's a little change for them. So it turned out there was some contact behind. Phil Collins Stranger, I think, was involved in that. We make our way through the middle sector. It's getting very close now, I can tell you, between Key Nakamura Roberta and Gabriel Gomez. So in terms of your context of the race win, it is absolutely on the line, because K&B's driving is so good at the moment. Popov is forcing a defensive shape from Salim Hanna as well. Hanna, who came alive in great fashion in E4 1 week ago at Mugello, looking to try to do the same. Here we go then. In terms of the battle for the win, Key Nakamura Roberto knows he's going to get an opportunity. Round the final corner we go. It is Gomez leading Nakamura. Foot to the floor stuff once more. Can Key Nakamura Roberto try and make this move? Here we go. Foot to the floor. Down towards turn 1. Surely will be too far back, but he is within striking range. He is within range of putting pressure and dramatic pressure on in this battle for the race win. We make our way through turn number 3. We head down towards turn 4. Some great fighting taking place between all of these talented racers. It's a bit of a game now between Gomez and K&B. Can K&B get close enough? Can he try to force some errors to come into play? And Popov has got past Salim Hanna. So the move, while we were focused on the battle for the win, there has been a move for P4, and Maximilian Popov has overtaken Salim Hanna. So that's been a move that he's been trying to do for a bit. A move that finally has been completed by him as well. So he'll be absolutely delighted with that one. I am sure of it. Over the line. Some of the drivers who are further back go. So car 22 has been noted. Let's just come through on our monitor up here in the commentary box as well. That was for not following race director instructions. The drivers get given some instructions across the weekend, and one of them were to how do you rejoin at turn number 3. So turn number 3, by the way, is that long sweeping corner. So you make your way through turn 1, and then turn 2, and then you go uphill towards turn 3. That is what you call turn 3, and of course, turn number 3 is the place where, so turn 1, really, it starts at turn 1 in terms of a driver who will go off the road, and then they have to stick through that little lane, make their way through, and then rejoin at turn 3. And if you don't do it properly, then that leaves you vulnerable to race control. No questions about that. I can definitely assure you, you will be left vulnerable. You will be finding yourself with a moment. So you've got to be cautious. You've got to be careful in regards to the way that you are going to approach the off-road bit. Now this is great to watch Gomez and K&B go at it, because this is about who can just push it a little bit more through a certain part of a corner. Dirty air does exist in this racing. It always will in single-seaters, but it's all about, but it's not, of course, to the extent that you may see in Formula 1. This is all about the drivers just going for it and seeing what form of grip that they can find. If a driver has the pace, they've got to push, they've got to prove it, and they've got to overtake. Meanwhile, Seb Weldon's trying to do exactly that. He's on the back of Salim Hanna, so we've got a few battles going on. One for P1, one for P3, one for P5. And then it goes all the way down, continuously throughout this field. Round the final corner we go with Weldon. Slightly wide he goes. Can Weldon try and make this move? He's going to get a good opportunity. It was 6/10 across the line in the battle for the lead. Much more closer than that. Popov is trying to put some pressure on Olivieri. The Snake makes their way down towards turn 1. Weldon up against his teammate. Down into the first turn. He can't go around the outside, but he will see his racing rival run in deep. Salim Hanna off the ideal racing line. Now Weldon has got a chance. Winner of E4, of course, in Mugello. Race number 3 of the weekend 1 week ago. Now he's going to try and improve a position, and he's done it. He inches ahead. All the while, Popov looks to try and get past Olivieri, but there is Seb Weldon. He is now ahead. His two teammates are in behind, and now Weldon has to try close in a 2.6 second gap to the battle that goes on between Popov and Olivieri for the final spot on the podium. Brilliant. Brilliant battling, and now the Premers are going to keep going at it. That would be brave. That would be brave from Newman Chi. Trying to get up the inside line. Outrageous stuff between the two of them. And does that open the door for Lucas Amalisto? Down the inside he goes. Has a look at least. Can't do so. Lucas Amalisto feeling brave. Popov feeling brave as well to try go for the move. Meanwhile, Nakamura is closer to Gomez. Don't know where to look at this phase. What a brilliant overtake that was by Seb Weldon to take the place. Here we go. About to go over the line. So close. Maximilian Popov is now. He's going to get a great opportunity. There's a fight going on for the win. There's a fight going on absolutely everywhere. What a brilliant race this is. Okay, let's take a look at Popov. He's been following so closely to the back of the RHGP driver. Now he's alongside. Popov on the charge. Down into turn 1. Olivieri's later on the brakes. Do they both make their way through? Around the outside goes Maximilian Popov. And that is a tidy overtake from him. Nice and clean around the outside. Superb stuff to take P3 and a podium spot at the moment, and he now puts himself in position to capitalize on any drama that could take place between Kei Nakamura and Gabriel Gomez. Fantastic. This race is delivering and then some. This race absolutely delivering all the goods for us at the moment. Here we go. Through the turn 7, 8, 9. It's 3/10. I want to see the battle for the lead. It's so close, isn't it? It is so close between the two of them. He's nudging him through. We're surely going to have to follow the battle for the lead this time by, because it'll be so close. Maybe in a second, because I think we could see an overtake. The Premas are about to run wheel to wheel. Selling the dummy. Newman Chi dive bombs, and he gets past Salim Hanna. Salim Hanna saw the cutback opportunity. He takes it, and it was so late on the brakes that Newman Chi went wide, and Newman Chi loses a place, and Lucas Samalisto says thank you very much. He will improve a position. That time by, so many Premas in the field. There's one contending for the win. He's our championship leader, Key Nakamura Berta. And that will be brave into the final corner. A little bit of a look from Alexander Ruta as they made their way by. Battle for the lead. Can't be changed yet by Nick KNB. He has to stay in behind. Here we go. In towards turn 1. Lucas Amalisto dive bombs down the inside. Alexander Ruta stays ahead meanwhile of Emily Cotti, who is having a great race. And meanwhile, Samalisto did take that place, and Samalisto improves a position. Being reported right now to me that there's a slow car at turn number 9 of this circuit. Could be some issues. Go to the battle for the win, though, because it's 0.2 of a second. It is so close. We're so close to dive bomb range. We need to focus on this battle for the win. There we go. We now join it live. Key Nakamura Berta is so close. He's going to be within dive bomb range at some point. Cloud cover over this circuit. Two great drivers. Top 2 in the championship together. Key Nakamura Berta has a dart down the inside. He can't get there though. Through this part of the circuit, your final few corners, turn 13 and 14, so important. And then what sort of grip do you have on the exit? Does Key Nakamura Berta have a chance this time around to try and make the move, to try and take our race lead? Gomez brings it round the final corner. Key Nakamura Berta will try go with him. Don't think we'll get anything this time by, unless it is super late on the brakes. Lapped cars are further up ahead as well. Key Nakamura Berta getting closer and closer and closer. Is he going to be close enough for a dive? No, look further back then, because I think Newman Chi's going to be battling up against Salim Hanna. Sebastian Weldon's going to be battling up against Olivieri. Olivieri defends up the middle, and Olivieri slightly in deep. Weldon has a chance now to do it on the exit. Can he turn the outside line to the inside? Meanwhile, Newman Chi battles away with Salim Hanna, and I think Newman Chi is just going to be trying to fight his way by still. I think Salim Hanna just stayed ahead in that battle. Fantastic stuff. And now here's Weldon around the outside. Can't do so. Weldon has had some great overtakes this season. We'll have to wait in terms of adding to that collection. At the moment, Alexander Ruta going around the outside. Brave stuff. As all the while, Weldon looks for a move as well. Weldon trying to send it around the outside. We mentioned he's had some great overtakes this season. He's right now drag racing up against Olivieri down towards the braking zone. Around the outside won't work. What about a cutback? No chance at the moment. Can he get to the inside line of the next corner? He's trying to place the car on the outside, and then this back straight will involve an opportunity possibly for Weldon to come into play. Olivieri will have to look in the mirrors. Weldon will be getting closer. A fantastic fight between these two drivers. Olivieri parks the car in the middle, and then the cutback now comes in for Weldon. Can he try and get the up and under? That is what he's searching for. Has a look down the inside. Won't be able to make the move there. Can he get on the power though and try and make this a battle down towards turn number 1? That'll be the interesting question. Down into turn 14. And then foot to the floor we go. And oh, out wide, out wide. It was so close, and it was out wide even. Now he's got a huge opportunity. This battle that has been going on for so long in this race. Olivieri makes the one move that he's allowed to make. In terms of the defence, Weldon sends it late on the outside line. It is neck and neck between the two of them. And another great overtake by Sebastian Weldon, because he's gone the long way round. Superb stuff from Weldon, who gains another place. Olivieri, though, is using all the momentum in the world to try fight back. He's going to go around the outside, or at least try to. But Weldon has got the response, and he stays ahead in that battle. And all of a sudden, as that goes on, we've somehow only got 3 minutes to go, everybody. I don't know where the time went. We're loving life in this race, and then all of a sudden, the time's disappearing. So surely Key Nakamura will be going for this in the context of the race victory. It'll be so close. There we go. Key Nakamura is so close. He's within range of attacking Gabriel Gomez. What a fantastic fight this could be to the finish between Gomez and Key Nakamura. Maybe not. The safety car is out. Yellow flags at turn 14. The safety car is deployed. And that will completely ruin any chance that Key Nakamura had. Because I doubt this race will get underway. Safety car is out. What is the reason for it? Oh. Off the road we go. We've got a car off the road. And that is Luca Visciano, who is off at the moment. Maybe if we're lucky we could get one lap. But I doubt. Oh. It was one of the RSGP cars who went straight off into the gravel. Still trying to work out who that was involved in that moment. But I don't think this race will get underway. Of course, different rules this weekend. They would most of the time just let Italian F4 races run and just put yellow flags in that sector. But different rules because it's not their weekend really. They're joining a GT Open weekend because it's outside of Italy. So they've come over and joined an extra week, a different weekend. So slightly different to what they would usually be able to do and get away with. So I think unfortunately for this race we'll be ending behind the safety car. Have they even called the safety car yet? Oh, there it is. Yes, the safety car is there. The safety car is there. I didn't see it for a second and I was like, huh? So unless we get the safety car coming in this lap, that is it. Which I think it will be. Unfortunately. What a shame because it looked like it was going to be a fight till the last lap. Looked like we were in for a last lap battle for the win. But sometimes it isn't the case and sometimes the race just doesn't go the way that you would have thought, that you would have liked, that you would have wanted. And that is how motor racing goes and that's why sometimes you just need to make the move earlier. And that's what Key Nakamura would have needed to, but he was biding his time, he was waiting. And race control have confirmed that the race will finish behind the safety car. What a shame. As it looked like, yeah, we were going to get a grandstand finish. But instead it will be a lap behind the safety car. Confirmation has come in. Now, we would usually... of course, be a lot more upset than we are on a Sunday morning about we don't have a grandstand finish. Not as much, because usually on a Sunday we'd only have one race. But guess what? We go again. We've got another chance of a last lap shootout for the win. Who knows? When you've got two great drivers going for it, it sometimes just does go to the end. And while we won't get it in race 2, we'll hopefully get it in race 3 later on. We go on to the final lap of the race. Final lap rather, which begins now for the drivers in the field, and it'll be one where they're just going to now bring this one home. Gabriel Gomez would be on his way to take another great victory. Key Nakamura will be in second, and it'll be Maximilian Popov in third. Some great fighting we saw across this. And it was nice to actually get a bit of a battle and not just a runaway driver like we saw with Key Nakamura in race 1. We're going to find ourselves in a very fun situation. Olivieri on pole again, so he's got a chance to fight back. And he'll get another chance with his defense as he tries to take a first victory of the season, I am sure. That'll be the aim. That'll be the goal. And Emily Cotty about to get a great result as well. Can I just say P11. What a superb performance that has been by her. Great to see her fighting up against a lot of drivers. We sometimes don't get to always mention her name on the broadcast when there's so much going on at the front. But I'm happy to say that she was involved in some of those mid-pack battlings when we did follow them. So it was really nice to see her involved and fighting and scrapping away with the rest of the field. But this is, as we've mentioned, our final tour of the race. Final tour which will end behind the safety car. And a final tour which will be a victorious tour for Gabriel Gomez. The Brazilian driver has delivered once again. Had a very disappointing round at E4 1 week ago. And the disappointment will definitely be put behind him, I am sure. Well, here we go then. Down towards the final few corners on the last lap. It will be a safety car finish. But Gabriel Gomez will not care one bit. He inherited the lead earlier on. And then he had to maintain the place when he was put under so much pressure from Keen Nakamura-Berta, who will have to play second fiddle today. It will be Popov in third, but the day will belong to Gabriel Gomez, who will arrive down at the final corner on this circuit. He will get his foot down. No one will be able to overtake him, and it will be Gomez round the last turn. He will take it nice and easy. And the Brazilian driver will get himself to another victory this season. What a race to it has been from him. And I'm sure we'll get to see a lot more fighting between these drivers in race number 3. The checkered flag is flying. It awaits Gabriel Gomez, who will for once be able to take this slowly across the line. There we go. Gabriel Gomez wins in Spain. Keen Nakamura-Berta in second. And Maximilian Popov takes third position. What a fantastic race. One which we had to wait a lot for the checkered flag moment. My word. I mean, it's that one occasion where you can take it as slow as you want. And you know that no one can overtake you. Fantastic. Fantastic stuff. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And that, well, is pretty much that from Italian F4. Extraordinary contest we have been treated to. I am sure that we'll see more of the same later on. Absolutely fantastic. Can't wait to see who will take race 3. Are we going to end with 3 different winners on the weekend? We've had 2 as of yet so far. But yes, I guess it will be interesting to see whether we get 3 different winners across the weekend. The Monza round had exactly that. While at Imola we did have 2 different winners. I think it's also important to mention as well. And then 1 race got cancelled. I'm also hearing that we're going to have 5 races at Misano. So, yeah, just warning you already about that. That there could be a 5-race finale at Misano. So get ready with get ready for that. Could be quite dramatic if we are to get that. Well, that is it. That is it. We conclude the Italian F4 Championships broadcast for race number 2, and it would usually be us signalling goodbye to a round. Not today, though. We've got 2 races coming up. One's done, and 1 is up later on. In between that, we've also got the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine. I hope you can join us for all of the action from the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. For now, go and enjoy the Formula 1 Grand Prix. We'll see you later. Goodbye.